Hello YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. Welcome to the channel. Check out this. How much money is here on these lottery tickets? $20. My wife won $20. I'm gonna go cash. I'm trying to make a video here. Why every time I grab the camera you gotta come and jump up here? So I'm gonna go to town. I'm gonna go cash those in. I just want to show you this sliding glass door lock. This poor quality made. See that? This screw is like doesn't fit. See that? It doesn't screw in. It's not the right size. So the top one kind of screws in, but I put tape there to keep it from falling out so I don't lose it. But this, watch this. Watch. See? It doesn't screw in. So yeah, I'm gonna get two. So I gotta run to town. Look how nice that looks. At nighttime that scenery is beautiful because there's no light shining through. But yeah, I gotta run to Ace Hardware. I would go to Home Depot, but Home Depot you gotta. Yeah, well that's for something different. Home Depot you gotta buy the whole packages. Ace Hardware you can go buy individual screws. So I either gotta find one that fits this, because this doesn't fit this. I'm gonna show you what I mean. This is what came with the sliding glass door. This is what was on the sliding glass door. See that? It doesn't screw in. Although it feels like it's screwing in a little bit, if you pull hard enough, it just slides right out. The threads aren't messed up or anything, but anyways, I gotta go exchange something, get something different, or find something that will screw into this one. Go to Ace Hardware for that. And then I gotta go to Harbor Freight because I want to get this tool right here. This is for my drill that I bought. This allows you to use sockets. See that? And it's pretty cheap, $2.99. So that's what I'm going to do. Family don't feel like going, so I'm going to be going by myself. Maybe I hit up some yard sales on the way, because my family don't like going to yard sales. So that's what I'm going to do. Get my shoes on. Oh, gas light just came on. I got to go get gas. Alrighty, I'm almost Ace Hardware, but I'm not having any luck whatsoever finding yard sales. It's only 87 degrees. It's not hot. I don't know why nobody is having any yard sales. Driving with the windows down and no AC is kind of sticky. Humid. The radio said that there's 65% moisture in the air. It's very sticky and humid, like living in Florida. Look at it. Hey, I got sun. I'm gonna go over here to Ace Hardware, and then right next door is a place called Bookman's. I want to go check inside there because I have a friend from Quebec, Canada. He's always talking to me on the internet, and he's telling me about how he goes to yard sales and finds these vinyl records for $1 or $2, and he turns around and he sells them for like 20, 25 bucks on eBay. So that's one of the reasons why I was going to go look for yard sales, see if I can find some records. But I know where they do sell records. I want to go over here to Bookman's after I go to Ace. I don't know, it's like weird, man. Where is this parking lot usually packed full of people on the weekends? It's like everybody decided to stay home today. I don't know what's going on today. Even the traffic is not very bad out. Don't clue. This is a collapsible funnel.
You doing alright?
$239. Alright, 41 cents later, I got two screws that will fit inside of here. And it's tight. Doesn't slide off like the other one. So now I'm going to go over to Bookman's and check on the records, how much they are over there. I found all the Batman DVDs. $5. I have no idea why people are spending 25, 50 bucks on eBay for records. They average $1. Rod Stewart, Cliff Richard, $2.50. Eddie Rabbit, $3.50. I don't know. I guess it just depends. $4.50 Lionel Richie. I've seen it all the way up to $9.99. $1 Slim Whitman. Don't know who he is. Get back. This Jimi Hendrix is $12.50 right here. This is expensive. This is a double album. I don't really listen to records. Didn't listen to them in the 70s. My mom did, but I didn't. Even this John Lennon one right here is only $5.30. I mean, he's the lead singer of the Beatles. You think that would be expensive? I guess you gotta be a real fanatic for rock vinyl, I guess, huh? I got a new GT Mustang. That thing is sweet, man. Look at black on black. I'm not a Ford lover, but I can appreciate beauty when I see it. That is one beautiful little car. It is so packed, man. It was hard to find a park. I had to park way over here. Nice looking car. To go to the Goodwill over there. Hope I don't get run over. Starting to get breezy out. I'm gonna go get something to drink and maybe go check out that yard sale. And then I saw this cool bike path that I'm gonna go check out. Even though I don't show on every single video me getting my exercise on, I do get my exercise. Especially on the weekends. Usually my family's with me and we go to the mall. We walk around the hall in the mall and everything, and I do more walking than if I just go to the park. But today, no mall. And that's a nice looking Beamer. So I'm gonna go check out this bike path that I saw. I was hoping that I could find a cheap bike at a yard sale today, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on the bike. Hey, I found the garage sale. Let's go see if there's anything there worth buying. I'll let you know if I buy anything. I got this for my son. He likes to play Minecraft, and he's got an Xbox 360. They wanted $3 and I got it for $1. That's all they had there. I gotta get something to drink as I am dying of thirst. They got some nice trees in this neighborhood. Cottonwood tree there. Another cotton one over there. Oh, somebody put a trash can right behind me. I did that quick trip and give me something to drink, and I saw this bike path there. This is another drink that I like to drink. Core. I've never tried this flavor here before. Strawberry banana. So I'm gonna go get my daily walk in on this bike path. I thought this was stairs. I guess not. There's the bike path that goes under the bridge. I'll figure out how to get down here. I've already seen a bunch of people go by on bicycles already and walking. Comes another person walking. Let's check this out. This is not part of the bike path loop. This is Canyon del Oro Wash right here. Look at that, man. These are some cool bike paths. I would like to get out here and ride on these bike paths. Let me go for a 20-minute walk and see what I can see. I walked 20 minutes that way. Almost got ran over twice. 20 minutes back. That's 40 minutes of walking. I am soaking wet. There's a lot of people riding out today. How's it going?
Morning. Anything good?
No, just spider webs. She saw me looking over the bridge and thought maybe I was filming something. There are a lot of lizards on this bike path. A crazy amount of lizards. But there's absolutely nothing that way. At least not in a 20-minute walk. But I did look, more bikers coming. You have to be careful here. You get run over. But yeah, the whole time my wife's talking to me about. She went and bought some lottery tickets and she won $70. Now she's gonna go get the kids. Hello. go get the kids some lunch. I was wondering if I was going to bring her lunch home, and I was like, man, I'm 45 minutes away, man. By the time I get lunch and bring it home, it'll be dinner time. So I'm going to walk this way a little bit to just see what's on this side of the bridge, because I'm curious. Like, tag this house with graffiti. Like, it goes all the way down there. I don't know if the owners of the house or what, but it's not bad looking graffiti. See all the lizards? Ah, the lizards over here. Beyond society's reach. I thought that was a giant lizard right there. See how the thing curves like a tail? It's like a little ghost. Here's a quick story about me, about what I did in Indonesia. I get people ask me all the time, what did you do in Indonesia? And I tell them, well, go watch my videos that I have on what I did in Indonesia. But one thing that I didn't talk about in some of these videos is I used to be on the radio in Indonesia. My wife's uncle, when we moved to Manado, Indonesia, which is like 5-hour flight from Jakarta, my wife's uncle, oh, there's more graffiti right there. He was a radio disc jockey, a pretty famous one in Manado, Indonesia. Not famous like Ryan Seacrest, but he's really well known, and a really down-to-earth guy. Look at this graffiti. I don't know why people that can do this kind of art like this don't just open up to themselves a gallery. Why do they have to go tag people's walls and stuff like that? Anyways, I digress. Look, there's a little baby lizard. Anyways, when I was building my 2-story building in Indonesia, I called it a Blue House Cost. If you go watch my video, you can see me building it from the scratch all the way up. And we used to listen to my wife's uncle's radio show, which was like a talk show slash play music, Indonesian music. And I would call in 10 minutes before his show was up. I would call in, and I speak English, you know, on the radio show, and people would just go, they would freak out because I would call in and talk English on the radio show, and nobody's ever done that for that radio station. And he told me the address one time and told me to stop by one time, so I started doing that. I would go, instead of call in, I would just show up at the radio station, which, and you think radio station here in America, you think, oh, this is big. No, this was like a shed with a soundproof room and microphones on one side, microphones on another side of a window. And I would talk in English, and people would call in, and I would talk to them. And they called me Papa Bule, because in Indonesia they call foreigners like Americans, like what they do here in Tucson, they call gringos. Mexicans call Americans gringos. They call foreigners Bule. So he started calling me Papa Bule on the radio show. And it was kind of weird because every time I'd go to town and I'd go in the mall and stuff like that, people would see me in the mall and they'd yell, "Hey, Papa Bule!" And it was funny. I didn't get paid for it. It was just something I did. It was fun to do, something different. But it was an actual real radio station, and it was pretty cool. It was fun. And people would call in and ask me if I knew how to speak Indonesian, and I would speak Indonesian on the radio show, and they would crack up laughing because they say, "Oh, the way you speak Indonesian, the way I speak their language is funny." Because they got a different dialect in Manado. Now, if you go to Jakarta, you know, if you want to call a woman in Jakarta, you would say like Ibu, you know, or Empak, depending if it's a servant or something like that. But if you go to Manado, Indonesia, and you see a girl and you want to get called a girl, they go, that's how they call a girl. Or they go like, "Cewek, cewek, cewek, sini. Cewek, sini." That means come here, girl. That's what that means. So And if you say yes, if in Jakarta, the way you say yes is iya. And if you go to Manado and you want to say yes, it's iyo. So I would get confused all the time, and they would crack up laughing because the dialects are different. But it was very fun, very entertaining. He's now since retired from radio, but I did have radio time for about 6 months. Every day for 6 months I would go on the radio, hang out at the radio station, and all the time the guys that I had working for me, they would listen to the radio show. And the very first time they heard me on the radio, they started cracking up. When I went back to my house that I was building and all the guys were there, they were laughing, "Hey, Papa Bule, Papa." They started calling me Papa Bule. They call my wife Boss, but they call me Papa Bule. And it was hilarious, man, because, you know, I don't ever want to be a celebrity because the attention that you get from it. But my wife always says, "Oh, you're getting a big head now because you're becoming really popular." I'm like, no, it's just, it's really hard not to walk around in Indonesia and not get attention anyways, just because you're a foreigner. But to be a foreigner and then to be on their radio show where they can listen to you, and they, I mean, when I walk around the malls, they would run up and just touch me and take off running and just giggle. And my wife would crack up because she would be with me, or they want to come and take a picture with me and stuff like that. So, whoo, man, that's a long walk. I definitely got my exercise in today. So that's just a quick little story. I don't know if anybody's interested in it, but yeah, Manado, Indonesia, a very beautiful place to live. This is a $20.99 weatherproof color security camera with night vision. Here's one for $49.99 with night vision. Pretty cool. $199 for 4. Wireless headphones for $8.99. Wonder how good they are. Alright, there's I think it was 305 with tax and everything. Not bad for these things to work on my little drill. That's it. That's all I got from Harbor Freight. I'm gonna head home now and go fix my sliding glass door handle. Oh, one more thing about that radio, being on the radio in Indonesia. Have you ever seen that movie Robin Williams, Good Morning Vietnam? I got the idea from him. He used to open up his radio station in that movie, Good Morning Vietnam. He would be like, "Good morning, Vietnam!" He'd say something like, scream it like that. When he would introduce me, who I called Smoochie, I called her Uncle Smoochie because he's always, in Indonesia, when you meet somebody, when you greet them, they don't shake hands or anything. They like kiss you in the left cheek, kiss you in the right cheek. And every single time he see me, no matter if I left, came back 2 hours, he always kissed me on the left cheek, kissed me on the right cheek. So I called him Smoochie, and he called me Papa Bule. So when he would introduce me, I would say, "Hello, Manado! Papa Bule here." That was my intro, how I would introduce myself after he introduced me. And he always told, he spoke broken English, but he would tell my wife that I have a career in radio if I ever thought about it seriously. Because when I lived in Florida, I listened to nothing but talk radio all the time. And Real Radio 104.1, Monsters of the Morning, that's what I listened to when I lived in Florida. So it was fun, I enjoyed it a lot. There towards the end, maybe 3 months before I stopped going there, we moved back to the States, I would go in earlier so I could have longer time on the radio. And he seemed to enjoy it, I enjoyed it a lot. There's a cop sitting in that gas station at school. So it is 92 degrees, it is 12 o'clock, I'm gonna head home. Didn't really have any luck with yard sales today. But I'll turn the camera back on when I get home. I just got home. I'm going to have some lunch. I got a turkey Subway sandwich, 6-inch. My wife shows me this ticket. She bought a $10 lottery ticket. She won $20 last night. I cashed that in this morning. She won $50 this morning, and then she went to go get lunch. She bought this $10 ticket and won $50 again, so she's got a total of $120 in winnings just in one day. I rented this movie, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Don't know nothing about it, but I seen the movie Excalibur and I like that, so I'm gonna check that out. But I got to fix the sliding glass door handle and then have lunch. There you have it. Although one is a Phillips and one's a regular screwdriver, this handle is extremely strong. There's no wobbliness, there's no gaps. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. Now we can unlock and lock with the key from the outside. I don't have to worry about the handle falling off if she wants to go outside, but Josie and Brownie are right there watching, and she doesn't get along with them. She's okay with Jerry, but the other bigger girls she doesn't like. Well, there you have it. Another successful, it locks too. Easy. Successful project done. Fixed correctly. Remember, if you like these kind of videos, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It don't cost you anything. It's free. Right, Cleo? Right? Right, she said. And like always, thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I see Got the Truth Arizona. Get out.